Right, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a new stream. Tonight I'll be playing in the PCBEST Cup for Teams again with Hijken DTC. First game we'll be playing against Het Noorden from city of Groningen in the Netherlands. And I will play on the first board against Michiel. Going to challenge him now. Michiel is Michiel Koesbergen, one of the strongest players from the club. Studied in Groningen and lived there for a long time. Don't know exactly where he lives now, you never know with Michiel. Because he traveled a lot as well. Through Asia, for example, where he wrote a book, I believe, about the Cambodia and Khmer. Well, I'm not really sure. I should look it up. If you Google for his name and the book, I'm sure you will find him. Here we are. 15 plus 3. Let's make it casual or rated. Oh, let's do it rated. Put some extra pressure. I'm playing white. And the other boards have already started. Those are... Let's have a look. Alexei Domchev against Danny Staal. Jacob Okken against René Wijpkema. And Henk Kalk against Floor Stol. Domchev Staal is a bit interesting because they played in the last Salau tournament, I believe. Henk Kalk and Floor Stol also played quite often, and perhaps Jacob Okken and René Wijpkema as well. Alright. Success, Michiel. Let's go like this. Same move as my opponent has played on Thursday. Let's try this time. Bit of difference. Oh, well, yeah, that's possible. Temporary offer, sacrifice, I mean. Don't want to allow this, so... Perhaps this is most interesting move. Let's go. Checking something with my stream. Guess everything should be alright. Let me know if you're watching. Won't be checking the stream or the chat much while playing against Michiel, but afterwards there will be some time until the next game, and I will gladly interact. Yeah, interesting, this wing for black. It's many pieces and hard to develop, but I also have some pieces here. So let's see how this goes. Perhaps Michiel played a similar game before like this. I'll just pump all my pieces to the center. Yeah, interesting approach for black. We'll get control over 21. But I will somehow need to break free at some later point. Yeah, I don't want to go now, so let's see. Michiel is a very tactical player. Played against him a few times with varying success. I guess I won one game, but also lost one game, the last one in Hogeveen, 2018, MTB Open. 32-27, 18-23. Might be a bit awkward for me. Because I wouldn't be able to close 37-42. Yeah, but anyway, I shouldn't give too many comments on the game. He might be watching. I'll share my link on Facebook meanwhile. I'll keep an eye on the game. $11-16, interesting. Now 32-27 should be okay. Should always check for some tactics against Michiel, but I don't see them. And it's always fun to play against Michiel because he's a very creative style and always will go for sometimes we'll go for some crazy ideas. He likes to play 4 o'clock, kind of bronstring of 4 o'clocks. Yeah, I think I should go here for flexibility. I also play for Het Noorden myself, by the way, so in a sense I'm playing against my own team. But still, I'm also living in Groningen right now, so it makes sense. I go there for the weekly club nights. Used to go there sometime. At least I try to go there. Don't always succeed. And it's a very nice club, very rather young club. So that's always nice. And their clubhouse is actually called Jannes van der Wal Centrum, after the world champion of 1982, I believe. Sao Paulo, Jannes van der Wal from Groningen. So he's still honored. And one of the things they like to do at Het Noorden is to play blitz after at the end of the club night, kind of a second stage of the club night, in which the members play blitz against each other, and then usually with the format 2 games in 5 minutes. So you start both with 5 minutes, and you will play the second game with the time you have remaining. So a lot of blitz, and especially Michiel and also Danny Staal, who plays against Domchev here. They are big fans of that. Well, sometimes even 3 and 5 if you're really, people are really really into the blitz, or after some beers. Michiel's quite thinking for a while now. I don't think there's any tactics. 1721, all right. Just continue. Hi, Joris and Para Games. Favaka. $12.17, interesting. This is not possible, perhaps, of 1822, because of 1822. We'll just continue building my nice structure. Wait for his decisions. One seven, nicely centralized move. Interesting position. Didn't want to go 33-28 because of exchange 18-22. Maybe a little bit about the tournament so far. So this is the 9th round, and at 9 the 10th round will start. Yeah, we're playing in a group with 15 teams, I believe. And 8 of them will proceed to the final. So 15 teams will play 15 rounds, or 14 rather. And so far, after 8 rounds, Hijken DTC is leader with 15 points out of possible 16s. We once played 4-4 and against Tilburg, I believe, and won the rest of our games. First 8 will go on to the knockout phase. Guess we're more or less sure about that, but of course we'd like to finish with as many points as possible. And actually I believe Het Noorden is quite on the verge of qualifying or not. I believe they are 7th perhaps. So yeah, they could use some points. Have a look at the other games. It looks like Dammen has a nice classical position with some overdevelopment for his opponent. Hijken, nice surrounding position, I believe, because he controls the right wing. And Henk is a bit hard to judge. Classics. Could go either way. And my position, well, of course, I like it. In this game type with the black piece on 36, it's usually about control over 24. Which black has, of course, at the moment, but then again, with so many pieces on this wing behind it, I don't know if that's good. (1822), interesting exchange. Really active. Yeah, my position should be good here anyway, even if I play 13, 429, but that leaves him with defense. But perhaps I can try to get even more advantage. It's a dangerous thought, but sometimes. But let's. We'll look a bit more. Not ready, would just to be exchanged towards 30 to 29. Which is quite a good idea, I believe. Yeah, I should play either of those moves. Can go to the edge to further lock all these pieces, but I'm not sure whether it will work. We'll also give some counter chances to Michiel. And it would be the most interesting way to proceed. Perhaps he will then later lock if I attack. 15-20. Yeah, the question is, what do I risk after 30-25? Maybe not much. But I also don't want to make it too easy for him. Yeah, let's play rather safe but strong option. All these edge pieces should be weak. Only 3 minutes left, oops. And that's not... I cannot go to 24 now because of 14-19. That's a bummer. But I can wait one move. Well, I could even try that, but no. Yeah. Don't think it makes a huge difference. Only difference is that now black can go backwards. Okay, now let's proceed with the original plan. The next move, exchange. Yeah, really clean for a white. But still, should always look out for some tactics in this game type. Maybe this is the most precise move. Don't see any problems. I'll look at the rest of my team. Oh, Hijken looks quite good, Jacob. And well, rest more or less equal. Yeah, we'll try to avoid real time trouble here. We'll just try to play good, easy, strong moves. Rather quickly. Michiel's taking his time again. 3-8, yeah, I was just looking at that move, so let's playing for some trap after 44-39 with 26-31, 8-12. But I saw that. Now black already cannot exchange because of simple 24-19. And I already introduced a thread like this. Let's see. $21.27. That's interesting move. Very tactical. Let's not react. I think this is fine. 1621, and then he plays with the same kind of ideas. But might also just not solve anything. Yeah, I mean, anyway, black has disadvantage. Should check some ideas here. For black, I don't see them at the moment. Alright, if I go here, he goes 1419 afterwards. Which looks okay. But I can play 2822. But it doesn't seem to bring me any good. So let's play like this. Still with the fret. 2822. Now after 1420 I have a combination myself. And 2, 3. So I expect 1419 here. Again, side note is approaching. Let's try to speed up a bit. $8.12, okay. Position looks winning because also of the weak piece on 5, but still need to prove. Oh, this introduces a fret. Perhaps should have evaded that, I don't know. Maybe some sacrifice, but I don't trust it yet. This looks like the most interesting. Maybe also most dangerous, but we'll see that later. 1 for 2, but then he also goes. Yeah, now I have little time. Yeah, let's still take it. It's hopefully good endgame chances. At least good endgame chances. Okay, first this one. And now try to win one more piece. Not so easy with 9 seconds, this endgame of course, but I'll try for the best, especially against Michiel, such a tactical player. And also my internet connection is not, or my laptop doesn't work so good. Yeah, this is a very complicated endgame. But with 3 pieces ahead, it should be good, right? Where to go? Maybe here. Yeah, this looks rather okay. I should sacrifice a 4th piece. Yeah. What is the winning way? I don't know. Let's just go to king. Cannot be that bad, right? Yeah, he takes my... And now it looks actually like a draw. I didn't see that. Let's still try, however. But I think this 5 against 2 should be a draw. But I can still try, long as I don't lose on the clock. Some win now? No, I don't see it. If I can catch a king 1 for 1, of course, then that's nice. But what did I want to do? I wanted to move this piece. Let's have a look, see if I can try something. Yeah, I don't think so, actually. There's 3 pieces behind the main diagonal is too much. Yeah, I cannot invent any catching constructions. Guess I should call this a draw. Maybe you can try. No, let's call it a draw. Wait for the next game to try again. Well, I missed some chances there. Definitely. He declined my draw offer, but yeah, I cannot offer it again. We'll just force a draw then by giving away my kings. There we go. And it should be a draw within a few moves. Maybe Michiel can offer a draw. Maybe he doesn't know how. Okay. Alright, draw. I'll be right back. Oh, my microphone was muted. Thanks, Toby, Rick, Jan for mentioning. Then I will check if everything is okay for the next round. And then I will try to quickly do my analysis again. Because Kaita, against whom I would play originally, is being replaced because Kaita is ill a bit. So let's see. And then after that I will quickly do the analysis again. Let's see, I will just replace the pairings in our screen. Yeah, sorry for being muted and not reading the chat. I always try to keep an eye on the chat, but this time I didn't have my phone next to me. Just watched on my laptop, and then you would see that. Yeah, that's when things go wrong, right? Anyway, I will ask Kaita for Jens de Kimpus username. Quickly. I already saw someone invited me, so perhaps it was him. I will play black, good to know. And then I will just quickly turn back to the game from the start. So I wanted to mention here that this is typical for Michiel to play such a temporary sacrifice. He loves temporary sacrifices. He likes to make them as temporary as possible. Well, not like that, but as long as possible. That's what I mean. As temporary as possible would mean that he tries to win them back as soon as possible. Then here, instead of 11-16, I really expected 17-21. Because it would lock me, and I would need to go out to 23, which is not too easy. Now I could just build my position beautifully. And yeah, here I wanted to mention that after 37-31, black plays 18-22 and wins a piece. So that's why I played 34-30 to kind of bait black to play logical 14-20 perhaps, in order to nicely develop after 30-25. But after 14-20, 37-31 would be possible, because 18-22 is not allowed anymore because of 30-25. Okay, let's quickly move on then. Yeah, here I tried to say some things about 30-25, but yeah, this didn't like that this piece went to the side, and gives black a chance to develop his pieces. And then here we were. I wanted to exchange forward, but that would give black an exchange. 14-19, 22-27, quite interesting one. Still white has huge advantage, but less pieces on the board. To keep an eye on the time here. 6 minutes left. All right. 7-12. Then I could finally carry out my exchange forward. Black cannot change backward because of simple 24-19. And from here, I think white is almost has a winning position. I wanted to keep this piece for a little longer. Who knows, this formation might be interesting. Might be important later. 3-8, 38-33. Yeah, this was a really typical Michiel move as well, trying to make things as complicated as possible. 28-23 still met by 14-19. and also didn't want to break my defense here, so I just waited. Close. Still 28-23 is met by 14-19. Yeah, and I will have a quick look at the end game later. See if there was if I can see any clear win. Yeah, here sometimes all kinds of sacrifices are possible. Maybe like this and this. But yeah, not here, it's not allowed. Or is it? Perhaps it is. But it's not the most logical, way, because I was had a good position anyway. Here black can still fight with 13-18 at least, if he wants to give the piece back. Right, 10-14. Yeah, this allowed me to take this 1 for 2, which I guess I should. Black tried to run to get some kings. Yes, this is a nice move, 33-28. 33-28. But then black doesn't make a king and just also plays 26-31. So I just try to win some extra pieces here. And yeah, I think this endgame should be absolutely winning. Black cannot make a second king with 19-14, so I sacrifice again. But it's hard to say what is the clearest way. Here, 38-32, not winning, I think. Yeah, a lot of questions. Should be some easy way, because I have so many pieces ahead. Here, perhaps 38-32. If black takes like this, I catch king. But I see now that black can take like this. So that's not the way. 13-9. 47-36. Yeah, and here I made a mistake, perhaps when playing 9-3. Oh, not too clear already what I should play. Anyway, 2 minutes to the next game, so I guess I should focus for the next game. Try and set up the boards then. Reload boards. Let's see if this actually works. Yes, Domen and Henk are already playing. Yeah, so last game 4-4. Quite, I think a good result for Het Noorden, because on paper we were, Hijken DTC was a bit stronger perhaps. And right now I will try to keep a look at the chat. Edwin Twist has some idea. Let's just have a look at that one before we move. After 41-46 I could win. He says, that's a nice way, kind of catching both kings. Yeah, that was the way. Hard to see inside note. Very nice move. I only looked at 33-29. It's catching only this one, but here black takes 3. And I take forward. Yeah, thanks Edwin. Nice comment. With a win. So that's the way it should have been. To nicely put a crown on this game. But it wasn't to be. So let's forget about it and move to the next game. Try to, see if I can find Jens de Kimpe, my opponent. Belgiske Jens. There he is. Yeah, and I will also just open the stream on YouTube right now. Or, I mean, on my phone. Challenge to a game, Belske Ians, yes. And I am playing black this time. So let's wait for his answer. Well, I try to check my stream. Yep, there we are. And the game has started. We'll try to see if I can find Hijken board. Yes, there he is. So Jens, hi, success. 32-28. Let's play the normal move. 1923. There are many ways here, 1721, 1621, but let's wait for white to choose a variation. Yeah, I think these moves are a bit like 32-28, it means white's asking black, you choose a variation. Then I play 1923 times 23. Means I'm asking white, no, you choose some variation. And he plays 37-32. Saying, no, you choose. And then it goes on like this. Now even 32-28 again. Now it's again up to me. 10-14 is less accurate because of 35-30. Even though white is not necessarily better there. Can play either 9-14 here or 16-21 immediately. And let's play 16-21. It's a nice move. Later I can also still play 10-14 instead of 9-14, just a bit prettier. As long as I don't have the intention to exchange this piece on 28. So let's see, we play against Damclub Phenix or don't know, from Belgium. So instead of Keita de Smet, it's Jens de Kimpe against me, Kenny Leroy against Alexei Domchev, Wim de Kimpe against Jacob Okken, and Maxime Egels against Henk Kalk. Which in the other boards you can see on the right of your screen. Looks pretty okay for us so far. Interesting game. For Dominant Vampire with again the same game type as I had in my previous game. Okay. 31-26. Now white can play for a combination. 42, 47, 18, 22, 33, 29. I believe PCBEST was the first one to perform that one. Or maybe the first one who actually fell for it. Don't know. Yeah, he's trying. Still 10-14 can be met by 35-13. Also 6-11 not possible. 28-22. So I can see why why someone would play 18-22. Quite bold, but let's just play 7-11, 1-7. Later 18-22 if it's possible. Still don't want to play 9-14. Yeah, sorry just for being muted for a while. At least it shows that people are watching and reacting if they tell me to turn on my microphone. Yeah, my opponent Jens de Kimpe, I think he's a few years younger than I am. Met him a few times at international tournaments, I guess. European Championship Youth, probably. Yeah. These European Youth Championships are among the nicest tournaments I ever played, I think, because you meet so many interesting people from your age, from the whole of Europe, and it's just one big gathering of drafts players and youth players and coaches, and yeah, it was always a pleasure to play. Also, nice aspect is that you are with the whole Dutch squad. And yeah, it really gives us also a feeling of togetherness and fighting together to get the most medals, even though everyone plays individually in his own category. I joined rather late in these championships when I was 16 only. Would have loved to play some more before, but I just wasn't that good. So yeah, actually it was 2003 Dutch Championship Mini Cadets. No, not Mini Cadets, but Hopes it's called, Welpen in Dutch, in which I finished third after Rick Verboon, but before Roel Boomstra, interestingly. And I finished second, but I wasn't allowed to go to Minsk, where that year's European Championship Youth was, because only one player went from the Netherlands. I think later this was it was more usual to go with 3 per category. I don't know if this year it wasn't allowed or it was just a choice by the federation. But what was a pity that I didn't get that experience at that age. So my plan was 18-22. I think it's possible now. No more 33-29. And then after this I can nicely go 10-14. I hope. Don't know if Jens is watching. Thinking mostly about 40-34. Then 45-40. It gives me some choices whether to play 20-24 or 20-25. Because I wouldn't want to allow this exchange 28-23. 30-24. Okay, he goes to the corner already. That makes it a bit easier for me. And now it will be interesting to see in which game type will end up. It looks very similar to another variation of 32, 28, 19, 23. If white would build like this, perhaps even with 45. But only this move then usually is not played, I believe. So I guess this should be a bit, give me some more opportunities because of this hole on 42. But anyway, in this position after 40, if white goes to 29, and always have 18-23 as a good option. With just some advantage. Or at least a bit easier position because white has these edge pieces. Yeah, after this game I hope to also have some time again for the games of my fellow clubmates. For my fellow club players or clubmates. Ooh, wait one moment. Is this a win? Poker face. Looks like a win. 33, 29, 29, 24. Let's pray that he doesn't see. And then afterwards, we'll just pretend that I played A12 first and then 1-7. I shouldn't talk that much. I'd rather focus on the game. Funny that it was the same combination that I mentioned before. Anyway, afterwards I think I can catch the king and try to fight for a draw. Yes, he sees it. Yes. That's bad. So I'm one piece behind here. Can play like this and this. And I'm still one piece behind to have some compensation. I think that's the best way. Yeah, this certainly wasn't part of the plan. Well, of course I can say everything was calculated. But there's no reason to believe that. But okay, let's try and fight. I would do that anyway, but since we're playing for the team, to fight a bit more. I think most compensation is here. Yeah, so white one piece ahead should be have a winning position, but to convert one piece ahead, it's not that easy all the time. So I'm not without hope, only without one piece. And it's all on stream. Horrible. No, I don't care much about that. Just about the team. Let's have a look at the other boards. See if this is important. Dalman. Yeah, it's not really clear now if he's playing. Dalman's playing white or black. Because I see from black's perspective. I guess it's black. But his name is mentioned first. I guess he's playing black. Also, Hijken playing black. Henk playing white. Henk also not too. Maybe his opponent is a bit better. But at least Hijken, Jakob Okken looks like a good position. And interesting classics at Dam and Alexei Domchev. Okay. And I think I should, of course, really play for a draw here. If I see some clear draw, then I will take it. Edwin Twist, too bad, nice opening idea. Instead of 34, white could not play 37, 32. We'll have a look at it later. Now, of course, I'm hoping for 40-34, but yeah, it's too bad, especially since my opponent already tricked me before. I should be humble. I think at least for this I should be punished to be set out of the team for the next round. Which will be on 21st of May on Thursday, which is my birthday, by the way. Maybe I wouldn't like to play on my birthday anytime. Mm, 48-42, okay. We'll just try to play positionally from now. Because I think I have some proper compensation with the speeds on 24. And of course I have some more time than my opponent. Helps. It helps. And it also helps that I don't have to think about what kind of moves I want to play to make it to get some real gameplay. Now I'm just trying to look for the best moves. Don't want to go to 14 here. Don't think this formation is important. By the way, Keita, if you're watching, Keita, against whom I would have played originally, of course, get well soon. It's more important to be healthy than to play drafts. Even though there are only a few things more important than playing drafts, but staying healthy is one of them. Yeah, not easy to play this with white as well. I mean, you're one piece ahead, but you would like to find something clear for a win, which is hardly possible here. Starting to get slightly optimistic again. That's my nature, but that's in my nature, but I feel like I should be able to turn this into a draw. $17.22 now, perhaps met by $37.31. And after that, 40.44, 44.29. So I better wait. This is a good move. But then it should be followed by a good move here. So let's see. Fiends finds it. 1.5 minutes left. I believe 26.21 and 33.28 was the way to go here. But perhaps this is also still okay. Let's wait a bit. Yeah, this move makes sense. Now I should calculate a bit whether I should go to 27 or not. Since I have the chance, I guess I should. Look at the rest of the team. Henk won. Alright. Jakob is in a good endgame, a very good endgame, going to win some pieces. Daman, I'm not so sure. Alexei Domchev, well, doesn't seem losing, but alright. I wanted to go to 27 now. Let's do that. Just turn on the light here. Yeah, I believe this should be at least a draw for me. By now I can even start to think about something more. Because these pieces on 24 and 27 are so strong. Yeah, makes sense, this move. Should at least play this move. And here I can think a bit. Also shouldn't think too long to not to lose my time pressure. I think this is okay. Should at least secure a draw. And if my opponent panics, maybe even more. Okay, now we're even again. But it looks like it's also equal chances here. We'll try if I can find some chances, otherwise I'll just make a draw. Yeah, it doesn't seem better for me, so let's force a draw. Well, at least I didn't lose. Yes, well, lucky for me. I hope that will not happen again. Yeah, it's hard on the computer, he says. Yes. Yeah, but I think anyway this position with one piece more was not so clearly won. I'll have a look at the analysis board. Also at the other games, how they are finishing. Let me think. So Damen Vampire 1-1, okay. Hijken Body 0-2, but perhaps Hijken was playing black here, right? Black is winning here. And Henk is also winning here. So it seems like 6-2 for us. Perhaps I also misread the results then from previous match. We'll quickly have a look. Could be that we also won that one. I don't know. Where do I find this? So, well, yeah, second game not too good with the blunder in the opening, after the opening. So far everything normal. And here I warned myself for 1822 and this. But then I forgot it a few moves later. Here I nicely filled up the gap. I think Edwin Twist mentioned this kind of idea. Maybe not here, but let me see. Yeah, one move before. Yeah, 37-42, not the most logical move as he already indicates, because 21-27 is possible now. But this is a nice combination that you sometimes see. 13-19, black takes 2, 22-28. And black takes 3 to king and also takes back these pieces with the win. 10-14. So yeah, this very, very sloppy. Just forgot to check my move. And yeah, that once again proves the surprising effect of 33-29. Yeah, horrible mistake. Better 8-12 and then in the next move 1-7. But okay, let's have a look after that to see also where white could have played better. Yeah, so I guess already from this moment on, white should start to play precisely still the best moves. Hard to say. Maybe this is already slightly inaccurate. Because now I could nicely develop piece 14 like this. Whereas after 40, 44, 20, for example, now I still have this piece on 14, so like could be able to now more or less build like this, and from there look where to go. Perhaps first move here, then make use of this formation as well. And here it's much harder for black to get some more compensation, whereas in the game, here already it's not so easy for white to break down piece 24. And yeah, even though it might still be winning somehow, of course, but maybe also here this is more logical than to change, then slowly bring piece 50. I don't know. But I think a most important moment was here, perhaps. After 1722. After 40-44, I believe it should be a draw. I have so much compensation that... yeah, should be able to get a draw. But here 26-21 was an important idea, and 33-28. Sometimes you see this to break through a weak win. Here it doesn't work immediately because of the piece on 12, but yeah, I'm also not sure if this is really winning for white, but makes it a bit harder for black, because he will also always need to take into account some breakthrough, and also just moving your pieces like this might be hard. I'll be back in a moment. Yes, now I remember to turn on my microphone again. Have a quick look at results of the game against Het Noorden. If someone could tell me about that. Oh, now I see 6-2. So Alexei Domchev didn't lose against Denny Stahl, he won against Denny Stahl, actually. So that's 6-2. Okay, that means we won again 2 times 6-2. Well, okay, still quite good, happy about that, even though I played 2 draws myself. I have to come back to the game. This might have been the important moment for white, because here I don't really see. Maybe still 32, 27, because these types of endgames might be still good for white. 1 piece more and some catching construction. But, well, looking at it again, it might not be that special. But still, white could try. And here I already had control, we were 27. Still there was a way to get another endgame perhaps, but yeah, perhaps already better for black, because he's on king first. Yeah, must be better for black. Alright. Yeah, so basically here I think it's a draw. Yeah, so, you know, well played by white in the opening and seeing the combination, and after that, well, yeah, need to play very, very good and strong still to get the win. Hero is hoping for 43-39. Well, it doesn't make much sense to hope for that because 1823 is also strong, but also this ID is always nice to counter this by 22-28. Small majority capture. So he played correctly. Yeah, and I didn't see any winning chances here for me. Only losing chances still. For example, if I play like this, then this sacrifice might be interesting. Still not losing perhaps for me after such a move, but alright. Yeah, so long story short, surprised in the opening, but got away. A big question mark for this move. Can I do that? No. Well, anyway, then let's have a look at the games that we managed to win. So there was Daman against Vampire, and there was a draw actually. Let's look at Hijken. Then I will quickly how will I do it? Like this. Alright. See if I can quickly put it on the screen. No, it's not that clear. 1 second. And there we are. White is Bardi, who is Wim de Kimpe against Jacob Okken playing black. It was possible to play 1621 here to develop this piece, because after 4126 you can nicely take this 4-post outpost, but white can again change more pieces. So if you don't want it, then better to just play it calmly. Let's see. Okay, still piece on 16 is developed. 3025 is, I think, adequate to stop this piece. Yeah, and this is not such an easy choice for black. Perhaps 11-16 is most logical, but it's not the move you like to play because you just developed a piece on 16. Perhaps 17-22 is possible, but also not the most logical to create this bonding between 22 and 24. And also maybe 2024 isn't too soon. I don't know. Maybe even something simple like this, but well, it's a bit too simple. Okay, let's have a look how it went. This exchange perhaps helps black. Or it could have even waited 2 more moves here before attacking. Now black gets some pressure this wing. This way. temporary sacrifice. Could be Michiel, but it's not. It's Wim de Kimpe. No, it's still not clear where white should go. This cannot be played. This can be played, but doesn't solve. $14.20, and looks like a good move to take control of 24. Further limits white. It could be that white's already losing here, just because he's completely blocked. Game went 33-28, 18-22, and now black can win this piece perhaps. Not immediately because of nice combination, like this. And always white will take 4 to the king square. So black has to wait. But now it's hard to evade this. Yes, it's 27-22. Logical to counter this by 22-18. So black sacrifices temporarily. Well, again, it's temporary sacrifice. Bit of the theme of the day. Could say, see my game against the Kimpe. My second game also is one big temporary sacrifice. From the moment I fell for this trap. Everything was planned, of course. And okay, black won back the piece and will try to go to king, but his swing is also weak himself, so might not be beneficial for black. Now black goes to king, so it looks like white cannot easily avoid that. Perhaps this is the best move. In order to, after this, sacrifice to exchange. No. But perhaps after 43, 38, 24, 30 is possible. And then just to go with this piece. Something like this. And it's, yeah, always dangerous for white because all white's pieces are in the center. And all black's pieces are on the edge, literally. So, yeah, perhaps already dangerous for white. Now white tries to go through to king. Yeah, in this moment I saw all white's pieces are just eaten now. Trying to take 2. Yeah, there's no avoiding because after this you just attack again. And now also black will go here and take another 2. And the end game is just losing. Yeah. Nice game by black, showing that even if you do not win a weak piece on 24, that you can still win by a breakthrough. Maybe this is possible, but also doesn't look very good. It looks like a convincing win. Then let's have a look at the game of Henk against Meester 888, Maxime Egels. And then maybe after that, still a quick look at Alexei Domchev against Danny Stahl, because it looked like an interesting game and also one of the decisive games for the team win in the first round. Okay, Hank against Meister. Yeah, well-known opening, which Black tries to play for the center. Doesn't want to go into surrounding. I think more often you see 39, 33 just to go and put pressure on 24. Something like this. Oh, I don't know. Just as an idea. 7-12 not possible because 28-22. 11-17. And then White can build again this, well, as you might call it in Dutch, Oostblok we say. Eastern block. Well, yeah, it's kind of a block on the east side of the board, you could say. Yeah, and try to push 24. Okay, 41, 47 also possible, 39, 44, threatening 28, 23. Again, threatening 28, 23, interesting approach by White, and now slowly, I guess 24 will be pressured again. If Black holds 24, Black is better, but he might have problems. And that's why Black needs to play precisely. Okay. White pushes. And looks like he's not succeeding, because if you change here, now Black, for example, can regain control over 23. And here, yeah, even after this exchange, Black could be better because these three pieces are isolated and don't really take part in the game. So White retreats for one moment. Mm, 4-10, I don't know. Perhaps 9-14 was possible as well. But yeah, maybe 1923 was a bit too soon. Perhaps it was better to play 9-13, 12 and 9-13 and 12-18. Because even if White plays like this, still 39-34 not possible because of 17-22, 24-30. Well, perhaps 17-22, 16-21, and 24-30. Okay, so 19-23. This looks maybe a bit too shaky for Black. Alright, still possible to... Yeah, but again, if you now exchange to 23, White will play 43-38. But actually, this looks pretty okay for Black still. But here White gets control again. So I guess Black should play in such a way that White's just not able to make this exchange. 33-29. So for example here, 17-21, trying to break this column. Yeah, I think that would be a good way. Or maybe even better here. Well, not better, no, but So yeah, I don't think 7-11 was a good move. Doesn't add anything. Because white will not play 31-26 anyway. So here white might get some counter chances again. And here I think looks more or less okay. Ah, this happened in the game, 17-22 and 29-23. Yeah, small combination. Black has to take 2. White takes 2, black takes 1, and white takes 3 as bonus. 2 pieces more in totally winning position. So small tactics to finish the game. Black should still be better after. Not clear, perhaps it's countered by 27-22 and then here take this one. Yeah. But another idea is to sacrifice and go to king. And here's white still needs to defend. If I'm correct. Well, it should be possible after 16-11. Because if black advances, white just attacks 2 pieces. And should be defendable. So, well, good small tactics in the end for white. Yeah, and then the rest of the game was a bit, well, looked good for, I think, this opening in general. Easier to play for white, but then, yeah, white didn't manage to get to really push 24. Somehow white should try that, perhaps here, but well, hard to say. Or at this moment. I don't know. Yeah, well, in the game, black kept control of 24. This looked a bit shaky for black. Yeah, I think this is the moment for white not to change 32-28, but rather either 33-29 and then take control here, or even 44-39 with the idea to exchange and then move again to 34 to keep attacking the piece. So for example like this. And yeah, simple plan to go attack once and then exchange and attack the flank. But black might be in time here to play like this, 9-14, and it's not possible anymore. So perhaps this would have been the clearest option, in my opinion. Perhaps black can still take control there, but he's a bit far away with these pieces. And here, from here it seemed black was just better, but should have played adequately here, 17-21. The last game I wanted to look at was Dominant Chop Chop. Here it was. White is tennis style from Het Noorden, and black is Alexei Domchev. Hijken DTC. Calm opening. Allows still 2 for 2, but well, who wants to play this? White gets a lot of temps. Even more. Could try to get even more, but anyway, 42 will be gone. This is a bit of a weakness for white. And in general, these positions are nice for black if there's only one piece on this diagonal against the Chizhov cannon. 2 for 2 is possible, but black can either play 23-29. There's also some combination, which is probably not good, but this looks fine. Well, I'm not sure. I should check 27-21. Coup pris coup, that's what we like to call it. So if black takes like this, there's a shot to king, and if black takes backwards, just also the shot to king, of course. That's the whole idea of the coup pris coup. So this might have been a good option actually, because also 16-21, 7-11, 19-23 met by 20-15 probably. If black makes a king, he cannot avoid that his king is being taken. So here black should play 12-18 probably. Now threatens 18-22. Yeah, perhaps this is the reason why white didn't want to go to this variation. Even though there's quite a lot to be checked. 38-43. Yeah, probably doesn't end well for white, but there are some ideas. For example, most logical is now to exchange before black moves away. And now 45-40 to threaten 27-21 and 40-34. Such ideas. But I think here black is just very good. But okay, perhaps I see Dennis Stahl took 2.5 minutes here, so perhaps he checked it. 48-43. In a black classical position, this looks very stable. $40-44. Interesting what would happen after this as well. Not so easy to say. Perhaps 23-29, just them. Because after 40-44, 18-23, white cannot exchange backwards because of coup Philippe. 16-21 and 6-11, so perhaps that's the reason. 44. Okay, change it backwards. Now this is an exchange. If black would take 242 and take these two. But 1823 looks good indeed. Should always check 2822. But it seems like here at least black can exchange backwards. So let's see, 4044. Now black exchanged. I can imagine that if you try to block like this, then there will be some problem with 2822. Okay. Yeah, these are interesting positions to see where the black has enough waiting moves to make sure this pyramid doesn't gain any function, become active. 40, 45, 24, 29. And now black performed this simple combination. And one piece more for black. Alright. So yeah, it seems like this evening a lot of simple combinations were performed. And yeah, proves the importance of them. Yeah, you can't really play a good game if you don't see this. I guess white should play it like this. And it's not really clear what this position is for either of the players. Still deserves some analysis, I guess. Perhaps 23, 29, even though black can exchange backwards. Yeah, looks like a good move actually. And then lastly, Hijken, because he was the hero of the night, I believe, for Hijken DTC with 2 wins. Look at his second game. We just saw his game against Bardi, and he also won against René Wipkema. 34, 29, 70, 22. No Keller here. 25. Not the most active move, I think. Just gives away 2 temps and helps white to develop. I think either 10, 14 or 13, 19, even 17, 21 is more active. But okay, 10, 14, 45, 40. This is one of these moments that you can play 16, 21. Won't say it's really strong, but surprising move always, and yeah, just a nice idea. Here it's really possible because after 31-27, black takes 17-21, 18-22. Well, here it's not really something black would like, because white has such a nice center and is much closer to these squares. But just as an idea, it's always funny. 19, 1923. White takes the center. Yeah, wise not to play 41-26 because of 11-16, and there's this threat, sort of. But here, it's already better. Because after 21-27, white can always exchange forward as well. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, always already hard to see where black should go. There's just no control on this wing. And white's position is so clean with all the formations here still intact. Looks like winning position for white already. Yeah, black will just collapse. Black has nowhere to go. Decides to sacrifice a piece here, 22, 28, 21, 27. Some more build up, some compensation for white, for black I mean, because of the piece on 36. Chances for a draw. Perhaps black should wait with this move, play 13, 18, then 18, 19. I don't know. Because now white gets some control here. Yeah, it looks like a good conversion by white. After 7-11, just attack and there's no move for black. Some end game, but yeah, no problems for white because of control over this line. Can even lose one piece and still have majority of pieces, at least 4. Yeah, okay. So to wrap up, my 2 games weren't the best ones. First one was a good one actually against Michiel, only I missed finesse in the end game. Second one against the Kimpa. I blundered in the opening, but managed to get away with the draw. But my teammates played well. 2 times 6-2. So with that we can only be happy. Stream turned out to be quite long. Also because I muted myself for a while and I had to catch up. But anyway, thanks for watching and see you next time. I will slowly switch it off if I can. Here I should be. And I will probably play again. Well, I don't know when.